the coconut ice cream and the quiet apology. In the heart of Bangkok, the Chatuchak market was a whirlwind of colors, smells, and sounds. Among the stalls selling silk scarves and painted fans stood the coconut swirl. This was where Pim worked. She spent her days scooping creamy coconut ice cream into hollowed-out shells, topping them with toasted peanuts and sweet corn. Pim loved the clack-clack of her metal scoop and the way her hands moved like lightning. Pim prided herself on being the fastest server in the market. She could scoop, top, and serve a treat in under 30 seconds. Her aunt, Auntie Siri, watched her with a gentle smile but often offered a warning. "Slow down, Pim," she would say as she adjusted her colorful apron. "Speed without care is trouble. A hurried hand often forgets the heart." One humid Saturday, the market was busier than ever. Pim was in a blur of motion. She grabbed a fresh coconut shell and turned to rush a delivery to a waiting customer. Thump! She didn't see the small boy walking by. Pim collided with him, and the beautiful coconut shell flew from her hands, landing upside down on the hot pavement. "Not my fault," Pim blurted out instantly. Her face felt hot, and her heart pounded against her ribs. She looked at the mess, and then at her empty hands. She hadn't meant to do it, and she was in a hurry, so surely it was just an accident that wasn't her responsibility. The boy, whose name was Lek, didn't shout. He didn't even cry out. He just stood there, looking down at the white puddle melting into the dusty tiles. He held a small, empty wooden spoon in his hand. His shoulders slumped, and a single tear began to track through the dust on his cheek. The bustling noise of the market seemed to go quiet around him. Pim looked back at the stall. Auntie Siri wasn't scooping, she was watching. She didn't look angry, but her eyes were full of a quiet sadness. She walked over and placed a steady, warm hand on Pim's shoulder. "A mistake isn't a mountain, Pim," she whispered. "It's just a stone in the path. You can leave it there to trip others, or you can pick it up and move it." Pim took a deep breath. It felt like her feet were made of heavy lead, but she forced herself to move. She walked over and knelt on the dusty ground so she was at the same height as Lek. "I am sorry," she said, her voice small but clear. "I was rushing and I wasn't watching where I was going. It was my fault." Pim stood up and held out her hand to Lek. She led him back to the coconut swirl. With extra care, and not a bit of rushing, she prepared the biggest coconut ice cream she had ever made. She added extra sticky rice, golden mung beans, and a double sprinkle of peanuts. She handed it to Lek with a bow and a genuine smile. After Lek went on his way, Pim didn't go back to scooping. She grabbed a bucket of water and a cloth. She spent several minutes scrubbing the pavement where the ice cream had fallen. She worked until the tiles were clean and the sticky mess was gone. She realized that fixing a mistake took longer than making one, but it felt much better. That evening, Pim sat at the back of the stall with some cardboard and bright paints. She created a new sign to hang next to the menu. It was decorated with painted coconut palms and read, "Happy Scoops and Heartfelt Sorries." Pim still moved fast, but now she always made sure her heart was keeping up with her hands.